Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you as always for your tweets. Craig Burley is with us here in the studio. Julian Laurent joins us as well. And I'm going to start the show, well, Extra Time, with an apology. There's nothing worse than people discussing, A, the dream that they had last night. If anyone's, I had a good dream, like, nobody cares about your dream. And also, nobody cares about your fantasy team unless you're winning. And that's all that matters, Jules, at the moment, because Jules does a fantasy podcast. You know this?
No.
Yeah, what he does, advising
the
people.
The official one.
The official
for who? Us?
No, for the Premier League or someone.
Oh, okay.
So he does the official fantasy.
Yes, for the Premier League, the official one.
Yeah.
Please.
So me and Jules are in the same league. Jules is 64th in the league.
Right.
Where's Dan Thomas? Numero uno, baby. Come on, Jules.
Where do you get time to play that? Where do you get time to play it?
What do you mean? It's everything. I'm just
Remember the guy set one up here?
multifaceted.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's pure luck.
Pure. Oh yeah. So when you do well, it's skill, Jules. But when I'm winning, it's luck, is it? Brilliant. Right. Okay. That's enough. I promise. I promise we're going to bang on.
I need to tell Craig. I was with my kids today, and I got a message from Dan, and I was like, "Oh, Dan." And then I could see there was like some sort of video attached to the message on WhatsApp. And then I thought, before opening, I said, I bet he's bragging about something. And then very quickly I thought, I bet it's on fantasy football. And obviously it was. Not even a hello, mate.
No.
How are you, bro? Nothing.
No, I don't care about any of those questions. I just care about showing off. Exactly.
So he's getting paid from the Premier League as well. Jules.
I don't know about this.
Telling me, Jules.
To offer horrible fantasy advice. Is talk, we discussed this on the show, didn't we, Craig? Is talk of Martinez being too small for the league done? United have now played all the top teams apart from battering by City. He's been class. He's been immense.
Listen, I'm not playing a told you so, but I don't think I even discussed this.
Right.
But I know some people did. I'd never, at no point would I ever have really discussed the fact that he was a little smaller. I mean, you can either defend or you can't.
He's the same size as me, isn't he? I think we're both 5'8".
Maybe I have to revisit that. I've got no interest in that sort of side of it. I mean, if Ten Hag brings him in because he knows him clearly, he's bringing him in because he knows he can defend.
Yeah.
I didn't get this. And I know it was early in the season, and I know they were horrendous at the start of the season, but it's a new league, it's a new team. It does take time to settle, but I personally never bought into that sort of nonsense.
Jules, as someone who's 5'5", are you rooting for him?
Yeah, but I mean, I think we had a different approach to his signing on the show, and we never mentioned that the height so much and that he could struggle and he could not adapt like people in England did for a long, long time, by the way. And even when they were clearly wrong, they still try to make the same point to make it right. But I mean, he's great on the ball. That's why I think he's the most important here. For me, I was really shocked how good he's been on the ball, and the rest, you knew he had it. He's got the grinta as well, and I think for a defender, this is more important than your size, because you can be super tall but just not aggressive enough, and then your size and your height won't be of any use, really.
Jules, talk to us about Reiss Nelson.
What an incredible story, really, to think that he was the star of the game, really, or one of the stars of the game, and the win against Forest when it was completely unexpected. He's played a little bit only in the Europa League so far this season, and last season was obviously on loan at Feyenoord. I think his last game was against Brentford in August of last season, the previous season. And for him to come on for Saka, who was injured, and deliver the way he did, and showing everything that he showed today against a very poor team, but still, I think he deserves a lot of credit. He's a kid from the academy, he's a London kid, and I think he always wanted to succeed at Arsenal. And let's hope that now, even if it's a super sub role to start, because Martinelli and Saka are so good, but I think he would really, really enjoy that.
Talking about Liverpool and all the errors they're making at the moment, I've just moved on to Liverpool.
When we talk about Liverpool, we're talking about Reiss Nelson.
On the show.
Right, okay, that was a while ago.
Nonetheless, it's sticking with me.
Right.
What about the schoolboy error that was made by the former Liverpool player today?
What was that?
Leaving all his chocolate biscuits.
Oh, Stevie, yeah, he left a big bag of chocolate biscuits in his drawer,
in his drawer,
which is just there.
Now, those chocolate biscuits to him in this Ziploc bag. That's like, to other people, that's like leaving expensive jewellery or money.
Yeah.
That biscuits, they're like, to him,
Yes.
that's like worth its weight in gold.
Did we eat all of them? No.
No, we didn't eat. I did eat 3 or 4.
Right.
With cups of tea on and off. You did have one.
I had one.
Anyway,
yeah.
I texted him, as you know, and he got back to me and said it wasn't an error. They were there for a reason.
What's the reason?
So he could eat them.
He doesn't even know what the reason
He
is.
said there wasn't an error. They were there for a reason. It's
Okay.
tucked away in his drawer.
Right. Oh, nice. Club biscuits.
Oh, lovely. Kit Kats.
Yeah, nice selection. For Jules.
No wonder he's the size he is.
Careful with that. Careful. That's not your best angle.
He'll be on the phone going, have you not got a mirror in your house? Listen, I tell you what, now golf season's coming to an end.
Right.
I tell you what, before you know it,
Yeah.
I'll be like...
It's the chins that kind of show more than anything, isn't it?
I can lose temper. And see what happens is, if I don't wear a tie,
Yep.
it kind of, that open neck negates it, but
Right.
I'm trying to dress up.
Oh, he's smart. Smart for Sunday. Jules, who have you got? City and PSG or the field for the Champions League?
I think it's hard to look past City to start with. I think Napoli are the best team in Europe right now, even better than City, and they've never really been far in the Champions League, so you don't know how they would cope with a last 16 big game, big clash, quarterfinals, etc., with the pressure and the expectation from their own fans and their own city. But I think City and Napoli right now are above everybody else. You can't rule out Real Madrid, of course, because they're Real Madrid, that's what they do. I think the PSG front three have looked incredible, but can you win a game?
So who are you taking,
By
Jules?
defending
City and
at 7.
PSG or the field?
I'll have to take City and PSG then.
Yeah, who do you take?
What is that?
So it means you can either have those 2 teams or you can have the 30 other teams to win it.
Those 2.
Those 2?
Glad you explained that.
That's
it's
okay.
a betting terminology, isn't it?
Yes.
But you used to work in the betting
Yes, I
industry.
did used to work in the betting industry. Now look.
It's a bit of a turnaround, isn't it? Sit here now.
That's all right. That's okay.
How'd that come about?
That's all right.
Luck?
Luck. Yes, exactly. Luck, and I'm cheap.
Right place, right time.
And I'm cheap. That's it.
Yeah.
Jules, with Messi's recent tremendous form in Ligue 1, do you believe his dog Hulk has finally adapted to living in the French capital?
Well, I think Craig's opinion on Hulk would be very, very important in this segment.
Brilliant.
But I think it's a big part.
He's gone again.
Why don't you have a fantasy
the
dog
dog.
league or something? Like,
Which dogs are the happiest?
imagine talking about training, going like that.
Oh, Hulk's not
Talking
happy.
about training, Messi. So what's up?
Hulk is not.
Dog.
Hulk was not happy, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
What is it?
Hulk's happy
I'm
now.
presuming Hulk is a big dog.
Yeah, he's a proper dog.
Massive.
Yeah.
Wow. Bigger than Stevie's
No, Steve. I saw Stevie's dog is 130 pounds, Jules,
and growing.
and still growing.
Yeah.
It is huge.
It's not.
It's knocked him over many times. It's going to kill him one day.
It's got a saddle on it.
Yeah, he eats a lot of his biscuits.
Yeah.
I'm convinced one day this dog is. We're going to say, "Where's Stevie?" His wife. There's going to be nowhere to be seen of. The police round everything, and the dog will be sat there and going like that.
Yeah.
I ate him. If a dog indeed could put his paw, go, I ate him.
What's it? A mastiff? Is it? That's what it is called. Is it a mastiff? The dog? The breed of the dog?
Stevie's?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I think so. I think that's what it is.
Not a bull mastiff. A bull mastiff, they can be nasty dogs. That's not.
No, it's just a mastiff. I didn't say bull mastiff. I said mastiff.
Bull mastiff and bull mastiff. It's a big one, isn't it?
It is a big dog. Yeah, I was there yesterday.
Oh, it's a big one.
God.
He'll come riding to work in it one day, won't he?
He's got no height. It's usually like Martinez.
Can you imagine the dog's legs? Huh? Who's what?
The dog in the back.
Imagine the dog's legs if Nickel gets on it. The dog will do the splits.
Ah, dear.
All right, come on.
For Jules, do you have a potential surprise inclusion to the World Cup squad for France? And do you have a player or two that most people think will make it, but you think will not make it, injuries aside?
I think Brice Samba, the Lens goalkeeper who was at Forest last season, who had them to get them promoted, I think is one of those outsiders. He's been so good with them. They're second in the league. He's incredible in his ball distribution as well. So I think Deschamps is looking at him thinking, maybe there, especially if there is injury, Maignan, we don't know how fit he will be for when Deschamps announces his squad. So I think Samba can be one. For the rest, it's pretty sorted already, apart from maybe Randall Colomouani, the Frankfurt striker, who's been really good for Frankfurt, was good at Nantes last season as well, and Deschamps called him up in September, played him as well, so maybe Colomouani could be the other outsider for the front line.
You've lost weight.
See what I mean? You see what I mean?
That's it.
You see what I mean? Look, it's amazing.
So the less clothes you have on...
No. What happens is, and it's just, what happens is, when you wear a tie and it's tight, it pushes up the weight.
Right, I see.
Thus giving the...
Now look how svelte you look.
Thus giving the illusion of having an extra chin or two.
Yep.
Take the tie off.
There you are. Little tip.
Look what happens.
Don't they say dress in black as well? Black is quite thinning.
It's grey.
Yes, I know, but maybe you should try black.
No, I don't need to.
Oh, no.
I just need to...
Just take your clothes off.
I mean, look at that.
Dan, who on the panel are you the most...
actually, dieting? Who needs to diet when you can transform as quick as this?
Who on the panel are you the most afraid to be obnoxious with? Obviously not Stevie. It's interesting because you think, oh, maybe Craig takes it badly, but I think everyone takes it pretty well.
What do you mean obnoxious?
Just being, an idiot, just kind of winding you up the wrong way. Nobody seems to take it that badly. I was intimidated by, when I first started here, 12 years ago, Gab intimidated me. Because he's kind of got this air of knowing everything about, and so you're trying to pick holes in his argument. And I always found that. Then I realised he's full of nonsense, like everybody else, so it's fine. So yeah, that's all right. Just because
you're the most afraid.
No, everyone's pretty good, aren't they?
Nobody cares.
No, I think it's all right. Jules, speaking of Gab, should your show be renamed the Jules and Friends Show, since Marcotti is always on holiday?
He loves a holiday this season. I mean, producer Freddie loves a holiday. He's always away somewhere.
Yeah.
But Gab, I've noticed that more and more, he was traveling to France, and then he was going there, and then there. I mean, I still love doing the show with him. So for now, we need to keep the copyright name.
Jules, are you living with him for the World Cup?
Good God.
We don't know yet. I think we'll find out this week coming.
Wow.
Who shares with who and how many in your flat. So
imagine. Do you want to share with him?
Tell you. Yeah, you know me. I'm happy to share with anyone, but yeah, he's my bro, so of course I'm happy to share with him.
Oh, I bet he snores.
You know that. But then imagine you get stuck with someone like who you don't know at all and doesn't really have the same habits as you, doesn't speak your language, for example. I mean, I don't know.
Imagine Mark Ogden of the morning.
Oh no, you don't want to.
Is Oggy going?
I imagine Oggy's going.
How many people are we sending over there?
Quite a few, I imagine. All the journalists will be there, won't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Shaka's going, Nadim's going, Alexis is going, Seven Herc's going.
Oh.
We'll be here.
We're holding forth.
Yeah, and we have Frank coming here for some reason.
God, yeah.
Frank's going to come in and just talk us to death.
Yeah.
He'll be at your house.
He will be at my house, yeah.
House.
I think we've invited him to Thanksgiving. It's all right. Him and my wife have a talking contest.
Yeah. I might have to get him round.
There you are.
I'll have a think about it.
And finally...
See if he likes my dogs.
Finally. Dan, how are you going to spend Stevie's $50? It's looking good, isn't it?
For what?
The bet that we had about Arsenal finishing top 4.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I was back. Stevie's wife was laughing at him when I dropped him off yesterday.
Saying what?
Laughing at the fact that he's going to have to give me $50 because he hates losing anything, apparently. Because you two are quite competitive when you get together and have like family game nights, from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's not the competitiveness he's afraid of at this time, it's just purely the money.
Just the money, just the $50.
He is tighter than a photo finish. You know that. You know that. You know that.
That's very true. That is true.
Not spending any money.
No, he hates it. Hates it with a passion. Because he's got these leaves in the back garden at the moment.
Right.
But he's going to have to get someone to come and pick them up, and he's hating that because he's going to have to spend money.
How many times have we told him over the years to get a gardener?
Yeah.
When he's been slogging away in the 90-degree Connecticut summer heat for the lawnmower. So pay somebody to do it, man.
Yes.
Not a chance.
No, that is it. Jules, thank you very much. 60 seconds, Jules. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated.
What? 64.
It's 64th, is it? Yeah, there you are.
Maybe the Premier League will have to look for somebody else.
Not me, I'm busy.
It's a marathon. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, well,
that
I'll tell you what.
well. There's still another
How many? I tell you what,
or whatever.
I'm surprised he's got time to do a podcast with Gab. The amount of invoices he's having to fill in. All these people, Jules, you're working for. Oh, my gosh.
Man, dear me.
Like
Hey, when you're cheap, there you are. You see, it pays off. Yeah. That is it. Thank you very much. We will be back tomorrow. For Mark Clattenburg will be joining us tomorrow to discuss some of those dodgy calls in Spain. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.